And we are live on 21, the motherfucking podcast. My name is Drew at Mr. Oh So Cool, along with my producer at Dirt City Studios, Mr. Marcos Morales. And today we have a very special guest in studio today. It is Mr. All Gas No Brakes, Andrew Callaghan.
We're here. We got two Drews in the building.
And the building.
As a legal Andrew yourself, I know that you say that we don't fuck with Andes.
We don't fuck with Andes, bro. That's how I knew I liked you from jump, bro. When I first met you, you were like, oh, my name's Andrew. And I was like, oh, me too. I was like, I go by Drew, though. He was like, yeah, I go by Drew, too. Fuck Andes. And I was just like, yeah, fuck Andes.
They just bastardize our name. You know what I'm saying? Drew is a shortening of Andrew.
Right,
Andy 100%. Is absolutely out of nowhere.
Where'd you come out with the Y?
Pulled out of outer space. Yeah. I've been called Drew my whole life here and there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you know any Andys? I realized the other day I don't really even know any
I've
Andys.
only had, like, shitty bosses at different restaurants named Andy. I've had, like, weird homies named Andy who I had to keep my distance from because I didn't trust them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, because it's, like, the only Andy that I really, like know is, like, Andy from The Office. You ever watch The Office?
Yeah. Andy from The Office. You got Andy Milonakis. You got
Andy Milonakis.
You got Andy Samberg from SNL.
Fuck.
There's a lot of Andys.
I guess there are quite a few.
Andy Milonakis is definitely cool as shit.
Oh fuck yeah, bro.
I don't want him to see this and get pissed off. My bad, bro.
For a while he was living here in Austin, bro. I was trying like hard to reach out to him and get him on the show and shit. Like
whenever COVID first hit in Austin about a year ago, I was at the Whole Foods downtown and I saw Andy Milonakis and that other Twitch streamer dude named Ice Poseidon or some shit.
Yeah.
They were like walking around Whole Foods with their selfie sticks, being like, you know, everybody, the doomsday is coming. Everyone go home. I was like, what the fuck? It was for South by Southwest that didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exactly when it happened.
Yeah,
that like it shut down everything, bro. It was like day of like I think it was supposed to start like 2 days later, wasn't it, Marcos? And then they fucking shut that bitch down on
Friday the 13th.
I was here because, bro, I came here to make a South by Southwest kind of like COVID lockdown video, and then I was gonna go to Cancun for spring break. I had my flight planned and everything. 3 days later, after I got to Austin, South by Southwest canceled all stages. Spring break in Cancun canceled. If I was to go to Mexico, I'd be trapped there until the travel ban was lifted. I would have been like stuck in Mexico for months, which probably would have been cracking. But
yeah, it probably would have been good. But at the same time, you don't want to be stuck in another country. We were planning a trip on to Cuba at the time, and like at the time when they actually shut it down, that was the day that we were supposed to land. But we just kept hearing about this COVID, and it was like, okay, maybe we should just hold off on this fucking trip.
Bro, when I was 19, I got stuck in Havana for 3 months.
Cuba?
Yeah, because I had just turned 19, and I was like, I want to go somewhere interesting. I wanted to go internationally. I was living in New Orleans. Yeah. I was like, all right, what's the cheapest plane ticket out of the country? There was a flight from New Orleans to Miami to Havana, Cuba, for like $350. I go to Cuba. I'm wasted on this little street called the Malecon, which is like a kind of drinking strip where people walk and kick it right on the water in Havana. Yeah. Bro, I lost my passport.
Oh, my God.
Instantly. And like, you can't get mail from the U.S. to Cuba. You can't even get a Western Union transfer from your parents unless you do it like through a homie. You have to like shoulder tap to get your money there. So I got stuck in Cuba. I got sun poisoning, which is something obviously happens to like super white people in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like delusional. I'm seeing double. I'm puking in the streets. My Airbnb like timed out.
You're literally stranded on an island.
I was stranded in Havana almost all summer until I got like this. I met this dude at a chicken stand named Augustine, and I was like, bro, my mom is gonna send you some money, like, and then I can get a passport, and like, finally, I got the passport and got out of there.
How are you? So how were you able to get your passport while you were in Cuba?
I basically had to go through a lot of different shit. Where Augustine had to Western Union transfer some Cuban pesos, aka like the Cuban dollar, to my mom in Seattle. My mom had to get the passport. Had to figure out how to ship the passport to Augustine in Cuba, which was already a risk.
How long did it take for her to get the passport?
A month and a half.
Fuck.
And this is when the U.S. Embassy was under attack. But you heard about this shit?
Yeah.
By those sonic frequencies. U.S. Embassy in Havana, they were saying they were puking and like bleeding and hearing voices. Like they were on some biological warfare shit going on.
100%.
So I'm never going back to Havana though. Shout out to Cuban people, but I'm never returning to the island.
So like, where were you living?
Bro, I was living in the basement of that chicken stand employee named Augustine for the entire summer.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's a communist country, so people work like 1 day a week.
Damn.
So all this fool would do is watch porn with his brother and drink rum all day and then work for 2 hours a week at the chicken stand. So I was in the basement. I'd go upstairs and be like, what's up? He would just be like Bacardi drinking, porn watching. It's crazy.
Fucking Cuba, man.
Never going back.
Son of a bitch. What a story, bro.
Yeah, it's
right
crazy.
off the fucking muscle.
Thanks. You mentioned Cuba. I was like, fuck, I had some PTSD shit. I was like, oh, dude, no.
Hey, bro, like, I don't want to bring down the vibe, but you mentioned PTSD.
Yeah.
There's a condition that you have.
Oh, the HPPD. Yeah, you heard about that.
Yeah, so what's that all about?
Well, basically, I've worked through it now, but basically when I was 13, I ate like 2 or 3/8 of mushrooms in Seattle because I used to pick them, and it's a big part of our culture.
Yeah.
I guess I took too many, and I've suffered from like visual snow and like hallucinations since I was like a little kid. But it's all good though because like I've just learned to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
But being 13 and like getting sucked into the whole like hippie culture that is present in Seattle, it just like fucked me up. Because you try to tell your friends about it, and they're all into shrooms too. So like, oh, you're good, bro. You're like, no, I'm tripping all the time. They're like, oh, you're tripping all the time. Like, that's fire. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to live my life. So, like, what was the worst time that like that shit just popped up?
Well,
Does it come in and out, or is it
nah,
like continuous?
nowadays I just ignore it.
Yeah.
Like I can feel it happening. Like it compounds with anxiety. So when you feel yourself starting to hallucinate or see things that aren't there and shit, like the walls start to bend, if you focus, you're like, oh my God, it's happening again. That makes it happen more. But if you're like, oh, fuck that shit, you got to just treat it like it's fake, which it is.
Right.
But that's hard for people to do. I actually was in a documentary like a month ago. There's this kid from Miami who's like around my age who suffers from it so bad that he can't even like see straight. Damn. And so he's dedicated his whole life to making this documentary called like Perception Restoration is what it's going to be called or something. And he had me as a source. That's shit's going to come out.
Wild, bro.
Yeah.
I did an internship at a Disney World resort. Yeah. And when like during your orientation and shit, they basically show different videos of how people with disabilities or conditions see Disney. Like it was crazy, bro, because I mean there was one video, it's literally just a black screen, and it's like, this is how the blind see Disney, and it's like like it's not funny, but
no,
but
it's funny that they put that on there.
Yeah, it's like it's
no
just
shit,
full,
they can't see Disney.
Yeah, it's like this should be a podcast. but there was I can't remember what condition it was, whether it was autism or something, but man, it just looked like a nightmare going through Disney World. Like nobody, like why even put your child through that, bro?
Bro, every time I go to Disney World, there's always like so many families crying. It's terrible, dude.
Bro,
everyone's crying.
It's the worst trip for a family to take, honestly. It's the most stressful fucking thing for the parents. Then the parents start fighting. The kids want to do all, dude, working there, it was literally, they say it's the most magical place on earth, but you're right.
Were you like pulling levers at Splash Mountain, or were you more behind the scenes?
I was more behind the scenes on a lot of it. I did a lot of food and beverage shit. So I was like serving fucking hot dogs and ice creams and shit. I wound up, my main job was working at the Wide World of Sports.
Yeah.
That's the ESPN like facility they have over there. And they had like the World Series of softball and shit there. But I was literally on a golf cart most of the time, like just slinging fucking waters and apples and oranges.
So you were hustling out there.
Oh yeah, bro.
Were you living in Orlando at the time?
Kissimmee. Yeah.
Oh, down there.
Just south of Orlando. But it was basically like right on campus, bro. Like
damn.
That was a wild, like working for Disney is a wild fucking thing, bro.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to your first hand of Blackjack.
Oh shit! You know I don't even know how to play this, but
bro, we're gonna walk you through it, bro. It's not gonna be that bad. Actually, here, let me put these two decks together, and Andrew did his best to shuffle the cards, but
yeah, I'm sure it's.
I
good.
haven't had anybody cut a deck yet, so go ahead and cut the deck for me.
I don't even know what that means, bro.
Just cut it in half, like, or however many you want.
Oh
just
shit.
split it as many times as you want, and then put it all back together.
Oh shit. Cut that.
Cut that shit. Fuck yeah, bro.
There we go.
In your underwear.
I think that's how they do it in the casinos.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Of all the times I've been to Vegas, which is like 100 times, I've never played a single casino card game.
That is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so you understand the main point?
No.
Okay, so you want to get as close to 21 without going over, and you want to get closer to 21 than I get. Now I'm going to give you two cards. Mm-hmm. So we'll go ahead and walk this one through.
Okay.
So your first card is a 4. So that amounts to 4.
Yeah.
Now I don't show this one because I'm the dealer. And then your second card is another 4. So you have 8, right?
I got 8. It's not very good.
That's not great. And I have an ace. So it's really not looking good. So
An ace would be like 13, 14.
No, an ace is 11 or 1.
Oh.
So if I had a face card or a 10 under here, then I would have 21 off the rip, and it would be blackjack, and you'd be done.
And it's over for me at that point.
Well, you have to expect me to have that, honestly.
Right.
That's how you have to look at it.
Sure.
So now you can either hit or stay. Now, there's other rules, but for the purpose of the show, I only do hits or stays.
Okay.
So for hitting, you're getting another card to add to that 8, which
Okay.
I do suggest.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting another card. If I don't do that, I'm done.
And you got a queen.
Which is how many numbers?
That's 10. So a 10 or face cards is worth 10. You got 18, right. So now it's kind of a little hard to hit because what if you got even just another 4? Now you're going to go over 21 and you bust.
So you can only win the game if you get 21.
21 or below. You got to get closer to 21 than I do without going over 21.
Okay. You can't go over 21.
Yeah, you can't go over.
So how many do I have right now?
That's 18.
18. So I got to go one more.
You don't have to. You could stay
I'm
right
gonna
there.
I'm gonna let you do your thing.
You're gonna let me. All right, here we go. And I flip and I got a 9, so I have 18, 8 or 18. So this could be, or actually, no. I got fucking 20. What am I talking about? It's 10 or 20. So I'm taking this one. It's
a win.
Yeah, it's a win. It's a win for me. It's a lose for Mr. Callaghan here.
Wow,
respect.
That's how it works, man.
Hospitality.
I'm a good loser. This guy's a genius.
So, for the people that don't know, bro, tell me a little bit about All Gas No Brakes.
Hey, so this is the first time I'm saying this on air right now, but I'm not associated with All Gas No Brakes anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know. I wanted to ask you before if we could talk
yeah.
about it, but I kind of wanted to just dive into it and see what's going on.
I got out my contract today. Today's the first day that I'm a free agent. I can't discuss exactly why that's happening, but I'm starting something new.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what can we say about this situation?
Pretty much that I signed a contract that wasn't the one. Yeah. And now that I'm getting, further along in my career, I think it's important that I own all the rights to my own shit. Yeah. Under, I can't be owned in any capacity. Like a lot of these contracts, like even if you're making money, like in the end, like it catches up with you if you don't own the videos you make. Because no matter how hard you work for something, like no matter how many views you get, you can make the best video ever. You can put your whole life into a video and you get 100 million views and be the #1 man on the internet. You don't have longevity, like financially and creatively, if that shit isn't yours. Like even if the world thinks it's yours, like if the world's like, All Gas No Brakes, that's Andrew, that's #1. If it's actually someone else's, it's almost useless, man. So I'm trying to get myself to a position where I own the things that I make. So is this kind of like because for the YouTube age and content creator age, it's still a new industry. So it's like, was this the type of deal that you would like potentially see in the music industry? Is that kind of relatable? Well, something like that. It's like, you have talent and there's a production company that finds you, or you propose to them, however it happens, you're on their radar. And they say, all right, we're going to put you on a salary and we're going to give you the tools that you need to go out and make awesome videos, but we own them. So you get to do your thing. You get to create shit. You get to blow up. Everyone sees you. You have that moment. You get to enjoy all the things that come with being famous, partying, traveling, all that. And then, at the end of the day, though, it's not yours. Right. So pretty much you're the front man for an organization. And they're just doing the distribution. Not even that necessarily. They just own it. So they can make merchandise. They can do whatever. They're in control. Meaning, if you start to lose interest with the company that you've built yourself as a creator, they can be like, word, bounce, we'll find someone else. So that's probably what's going to happen with my show. I'm not sure, but probably there'll be a different host for All Gas No Brakes, but I have no say in the future of the show. That would be insane. Like there is no All Gas No Brakes without Andrew Callaghan. I guess we'll see, but there'll be something else that I'm going to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And this time it'll feel different. And I'll probably be even like more incentivized to do more experimental shit, because I'm like, all right, I already built that up. So whatever I do next, people are going to be like, oh, that's that guy. He transferred platforms. So what are you thinking of the next move? I don't know. I mean, I'm working on like a different project right now, but probably sometime in the summer or the fall, I'll create something new. I'm ready for a new change too. Yeah. Like a lot of people love All Gas No Brakes, but when you walk around the streets and everyone yells the same shit at you all the time, like, All Gas No Brakes, like, damn, I want to make it more broad. Like I want to be known for different things, not just like one phrase. And you've at least you've built up the following to where it's like they're gonna follow you no matter what. Yeah, and no hate to the production company or the show. I'm just saying, I am moving on. But, bro, All Gas No Brakes started because it was a book that I wrote when I was a teenager about hitchhiking. You know, it was like a story zine. You know, because you know what a zine is, right? A zine is like a little magazine, but it's black and white, printed on printer paper, double-sided. It was stories about my experience, like hitchhiking around the country as a teenager by myself. So that was like the digital show was just me pitching an adaptation of that book to a production company. So there wouldn't have been the show without the book, but I still signed over the rights.
So what was like what was the book? Like it was a character running around talking to.
No, it was a real life book about my experiences. I was the character. I really did that.
Okay. And so while you were doing this hitchhiking, how old were you at the time?
19.
19.
Yeah.
So throughout that period of your life, were you just meeting crazy people this entire time, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Just like road characters.
Yeah.
On the interstate, you know, like posting up at bus stations and motels.
Were you driving by yourself?
I was hitchhiking by myself on the side of the interstate. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't even read the book until a year or two later. Really? I didn't do it to make content. I was just like, I wanted to experience like a vagrant lifestyle. But then I realized like, yo, that shit's kind of lame because you can't really make anything when you're hitchhiking because you're focused on like, how do I get to the next spot? How do I find a spot to curb for the night? How do I get food? So you can't really sit around and be like, oh, what am I going to write about this? That's all like a luxury. So that's why I proposed the RV idea because I'm like, damn, I get to be just as mobile as I was hitchhiking, but I don't have to worry about basic necessities. So I know I needed an RV or a mode of transportation in order to achieve like the next level of that book. So it was awesome. I liked doing all gas, no brakes, but
from jump, it wasn't yours. Like once you got your RV.
No, that shit was never mine.
Dang.
Yeah, it felt like mine. I lived in it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, but everything can feel like yours. But if it's not yours, according to a piece of paper, it's not yours. You know, so I wasn't paying the gas bills. They help with the expenses. They were never on scene. But, you know, it's all good, bro. Like,
well, that was always one of the questions, too. It was like, how is this guy getting around? Like, you know, I mean, I never saw anything because the first time I saw you was for the New Orleans video.
Yeah, that was like when I was in college.
Right. And so where'd you go to college?
Loyola University of New Orleans.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And so where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school in Seattle.
Okay.
In Capitol Hill. That's where I'm from.
Okay. So is that where you started hitchhiking from, with Seattle?
I started hitchhiking from New Orleans.
Oh, shit.
I was like a rapper in high school, bro. I wasn't even into like traveling.
Straight up.
But yeah.
I could see that, bro. I could see that.
I was just a city kid back then. Now I'm like trying to stay on the road. Also, Seattle got like destroyed in my time living there.
Yeah.
Like Amazon and all. They just ruined the city. Kind of like what's happened to Austin right now.
Yeah.
Like
dude,
Seattle just got flooded. All my homies moved away by the time I was 18. All of my older friends moved to the Bay and New York and shit. So I was like, I'm about to just hit the road.
Have you been back? Like,
I go back all the time to see family. And yeah, there's always that one kid from your high school who's like, I'm still out here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's always like that, bro.
It's hella funny.
Especially where I'm from. Like it's like a plant city, like chemical plants and shit. So it's like there is ways to make good money there. So a lot of people stick around. But that's one of those towns that aren't going to get ruined by like these big fucking corporations and shit. And like,
what town are you from in Texas?
Freeport, Texas. It's just south of Houston.
Is it near like Missouri City? Like
yeah, most cities pretty close. That's so we're southeast and that's like southwest. I'm pretty sure.
And it's an industrial city.
Yeah, Freeport is for sure.
So there's no yuppies there, like.
No, bro. It's like, and it's crazy because it's like when the corona and the mass shit hit really hard, bro. It's like it took a while before I actually wound up going back home.
Yeah.
Mainly because I was working heavy during the beginning of that shit. But when I like going from Austin and traveling back, you know, these back roads and shit, because there's back roads to get back to Houston. You know what I'm saying? That you don't really have to like take the highways and shit. But you would stop at like the Buc-ee's or the little gas station or whatever. And it's like I'm coming from Austin, so I'm used to wearing my mask. But then I walk in here and like everybody's looking at me like a fucking idiot. It's
it's so
like,
weird.
Yeah, it's like that, dude, we don't do that down here, bro.
It's crazy, right? Like
Yeah.
outside of Austin and like Marfa and like Montrose, Houston, it's all just like Texas as fuck.
Bro, it's literally, and that's
I just got 1 second. My hometown, Lubbock,
Marcos sounds like shit because he has
it's an old metal injury.
Yeah.
Old metal injury. My hometown, Lubbock, is where the governor announced the no mask mandate and the end of the shutdown at the Mexican restaurant where we used to eat. It's just like little greasy spoon. The walls are yellow with grease, not just paint. And he's up there like,
bro, that's the crazy thing, man.
They don't care. Out there.
So many people are fucking upset about the lift of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, my first thought was, I mean, even if they lift it, their stores is going to keep their policies.
Yeah.
And Austin, I mean, the Austin mayor could try to make an order, but I mean, the governor's order overstands that. So it's like, but I've never been a big mask person, but I've understood more and more as it went along why people do it. So it's like, if you want to wear your mask, wear your mask.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make fun of you for wearing your mask unless it's like one of my homeboys and it's like just talking shit. But
I'm just excited for everything to get to a point where it's safe to reopen, because interviewing with the mask on is getting so annoying.
Oh man, I could imagine.
Especially because like you emote hella with your face, and like you can't really do much with the eyes. You can be like, you can't really like make connections with people and shit. Especially those Trump rallies I've been going to. Like, man, people hate on you.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. So how has it been like going through? You've been in the fucking thick of it through this entire thing.
Oh, definitely, dude.
So how's that been?
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I feel like I'll be able to reflect on this time period more in a couple years. You know, right now it's like, I don't know what's happening.
It's still happening.
Like,
we're still in the middle of it, really.
Whenever that like far left, far right political theater stops happening, which is going to happen soon, there's not going to be like those kind of brawls in the streets. People are going to look back and be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy.
Well, and then, I mean, then you have fucking Trump at CPAC riling up people like he's going to fucking run again. And then it's like, I don't even think the establishment would let that happen again, bro. Dude. It's like, it polarized fucking everything.
Yeah, especially like centrist Republicans, like conservative value ass, like Mitt Romney fools. Yeah. They turned on Trump fully after the 6th. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, were you there on the 6th?
Were you there on the 6th?
No, I had COVID.
You had COVID on the 6th.
I got it from a previous Trump rally.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was almost destiny. One? I got it, you know, the Forgiato Blow performance one where I was on stage with the Trump rappers and shit.
No, I didn't know you were on stage.
Oh, it happened. And I got home and I was just like, yep, I'm definitely fucked. So I just quarantined for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
At my house in LA. And then like on the fucking second to last day of quarantine, it was the 6th. It was the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, oh my. I have been anticipating that exact shit forever. I even said it. I was like, oh, the militia dudes are going to occupy the Capitol building. What I was fascinated by is they did some report and said that only 20% of the rioters were associated with what they call like far-right militant groups, like Proud Boys, Oath Keepers.
Yeah.
Most of them were just like Trump fools, which is crazy to think of. I for some reason thought that like the Trump people were more on the outside. I thought everyone on the inside was like a Michigan militia ass.
Right.
No, it was just like
there was so many fucking people there too, bro. There's video of like you see people inside, like a majority of them, and there's like velvet ropes for like if you want to go tour the thing, and a lot of them are still like it's like let's fucking storm the Capitol, and then they're like staying between the ropes.
They did that?
Yeah, so bro. Funny, it's fucking weird. It's like I don't think a lot of those. Now, I won't say what I would like to say, but they were very influenceable people.
The Q crowd?
Well, the Q crowd especially.
You can tell them anything.
Yeah, you can tell them anything and they're ready to go.
Dude.
It's like, oh, that you know what? We can fucking change the election right now. It's just like the other day they were like, fucking Trump's going to be president on the 4th. And like, what the fuck?
Is it about to be the 5th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Today's the 4th. They still got 3 hours, bro.
It was supposed to happen.
Yeah. They still got 3 hours. You never fucking know.
Check Twitter.
Check Twitter. They know what's going on.
I wonder what the future of the Q crowd is going to be. Like, how are they going to... Because they're going to turn their back on Q. They're going to be like, oh, this dude is fucking lying.
Yeah.
Q hasn't posted either in multiple months.
Really?
No, Q, like the QAnon.pub, the place where the drops happen. I think the last post was like pre-inauguration. After the inauguration shit didn't pop off, they said Trump was going to go in Air Force One and declare martial law or something.
Yeah, like
it didn't happen.
It was all like movie type shit that people were thinking of.
Dude, they love movies. The Matrix, The Punisher.
Yep.
They're obsessed with like Marvel franchises.
I will say, I've said on my podcast before, so I'm sure they fucking know already. But I was filming there on the 6th.
You were in that bitch?
No, I did not go in the building.
I would have been in
there. Bro, that was so. When I saw them going in, bro, I ran up to the stairs, you know, because I like to film shit. Like, if I'm in the fucking Capitol building getting this shot, like, that was in my head. I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, I'm going to get the footage.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't go in there, though, bro. like because people are just getting fucked off for being in there. And it's
yeah, I was gonna say same here, bro. Like I'm happy that I had to sit it out. Obviously, getting COVID sucked, but I'm happy that I was not in there because, bro, I'm not actually a press member.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And obviously to the public I am.
Yeah.
But I don't have an AP badge or a Reuters press pass. They would have nabbed me, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
They were nabbing tons of streamers in there. Like it would have been the end of my career.
Did you see that one guy that was like passing joints with somebody in there? Like,
dude,
he wound up getting fucked off.
He had a Brick Squad Monopoly Waka Flocka hoodie on.
For real?
He had hella like custom made Brick Squad 1017 gear. It was
what the
funny.
fuck?
There was a real like irony poison meme lords up in there. There's, bro, I'm happy I wasn't there because if I was there and I saw that shit happening, I would have just ran in.
I don't know what stopped me, bro. I like there was just something. As soon as I got to those steps, like I was on like the second step, and I was like, "Now,
yeah,
this doesn't seem good."
For sure.
And I just turned around and fucking continued doing what I was there to essentially do in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that shit. But the reason I say all that I was there is because it looked like a fucking movie. Like you saw the fucking rocket get shot from that bitch. Like it was like we're under attack type shit, and it was like So the people were fucking riled up, ready to go.
I met some like MAGA mom at a Trump rally in Tampa, and she was like every single person there was Antifa. She's like, you notice how they had backwards hats on? I was like, yeah, what about it? She was like, a backwards MAGA hat is a BLM thing. I was like,
well, they were posting shit like that. It's like that's how the identifiers and shit. But there was also people from the fucking right saying the exact same thing. Let's dress like Antifa. So it's like there was video. Like I saw one video that there was people like in the bushes, like actually putting MAGA gear on. But that's the extent of it. Now there are like. You've seen Antifa. You know what Antifa fucking... You'll never know what they look like outside of their shit because that's what they do. But I don't know. I definitely think there was people there like egging people on. What side of the fence they were on, who fucking knows?
For sure the right wing.
You think so?
Yeah.
What do you like? Why do you say that?
Because that was like the last stand for a lot of people. Like also, if you see all the propaganda online that was like the storm is coming, like for a lot of people, like I don't even think it was about occupying the Capitol or reversing the vote. I think it was just a pride thing. A lot of people's pride was super hurt by, you know, the election not going, the Stop the Steal movement not working. A lot of people were fucked up in the head. I think it was more just a display. I don't think it was planned. I think it was just a display of like, yo, we got to make some kind of stamp here to make people remember something. So, I mean, I think that probably like the people in the front were just like hardcore Trump people who were just like, they just had it. And they were like, everything's compromised. Everyone's compromised. Like, let's do this fucking thing. I bet they regret it, though, a lot of them.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And you know, now that you say that, too, it's like thinking back on, like, the Q people.
Yeah.
It's like they were ready to believe anything. Yeah. Like, any like, shred of hope that could have been there, like, they were on that shit.
Yeah, and it's fun for them, bro. Like, you know, they're really on some, like, Matrix core, like, fan fiction shit as far as, like, following and decoding different Q drops. Like, it's really fun for them to do.
Yeah, because it's like they're not giving any real information. It's just like, hey, try to figure out what I'm telling you right now. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's like, bro, some of that shit was so fucking outlandish. Yeah. Anyways, all right, let's go to the second hand.
Let's do it.
Ready for this, Marcos? Fucking Marcos is on it tonight. With the shits.
I don't have the shits.
Okay.
So your first card is a 10.
Yes,
and that's
sir.
a 10. And an ace. So look at you. Blackjack 21
we
on
did it.
21 the podcast.
That's a big deal.
I'm going to go ahead and take my card too, just so we get that one out of the deck.
Damn, we're even
look
now,
at you,
my
bro.
guy.
Yes, sir.
We did the damn thing.
And it is best out of 5. So the first of 3 wins.
You been to Vegas before?
Bro, I have been to Vegas. But, okay, hold on. Before we talk about Vegas, I got to go take a piss.
Do your thing.
Marcos, can we send this to break real quick? we are back. Now, the last thing we were talking, I'm sorry about that, bro.
It's straight, man.
There was no way I could sit here and think that going on. But you mentioned Vegas. Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, I've been to Vegas. Why do you ask?
Just like when I first got my RV, we were in Nevada for a lot of different stuff, like Burning Man and that raid of Area 51. And then we just had our first like big session in Vegas. I'm just like, I spent hella time in Nevada and Vegas. It's like my favorite state to live in the RV in. I just travel around. I was seeing which casino you like the best.
So I used to, when I first would go to Vegas, I'd go to the Strip because, you know, that's where everybody fucking goes. But I've gone like 2 or 3 times during the lockdowns and shit, and both times I wound up going to Fremont, and I stay on Fremont because they were a little more lax on everything.
Oh yeah, Fremont's the one. I stayed at the MGM Grand on the Strip recently, and I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. I would go to the Golden Nugget on.
They got the shark slide in there. You been there?
Yeah, bro. I have been down the shark slide. When me and my brother went, bro. Oh man. That shit was fucking fun.
So for those who don't know, there's a shark slide at the Golden Nugget Hotel in Las Vegas. It's clear and like so you can see like the water around you, and it's submerged inside of water, and there's like hammerhead sharks and shit everywhere,
just swimming around.
So it feels like you're in like Shark Tales, sliding, like, fucking screaming of excitement.
Bro, it is fucking like we were drunk as shit, man. When me and my brother get together, it's like a fucking party no matter what. And the way he was screaming going down this fucking slide was so funny, man.
Because nobody tells you it's a shark slide. There's no sign that's like shark slide. You think it's just a slide, and then there's fucking hammerheads. Like
I had wound up. He didn't know about it at first. I knew about it because I was the one that booked the hotel and shit. So like I didn't even tell him. And then when we were walking out, he's like, "What's that in the middle there?" I was just like, I think it's just like a fish tank or whatever, man. And then like I was like, right when he was about to slide, I was like, hey, bro, there's just gonna be sharks around you. And then he goes down. Bro, it was fucking hilarious, man.
It's amazing.
So how was Area 51 during the whole raid?
It was very interesting because you know the whole story, right? Like some kid from San Diego made a Facebook page talking about raid Area 51.
Right.
Of course, this shitty town called Rachel, Nevada, with like a population of 55, took every chance to monopolize it and try to make it like the next Coachella.
Yeah.
There's only one business there. It's a hotel called the Little Ailey Inn, like INN, like a pun on hotels. And there's this lady named Connie who runs it. She's like an ultra finesser, like did hella time in jail for fraud. She gets out of jail and she hears about this shit. So she, without even collaborating with this dude, turns it into a real music festival. What the fuck? And she's like, yeah, everybody really come. We're going to have tons of performers. Lists a bunch of fake people on the flyer, like Travis Scott probably, and like a bunch of rappers.
For real?
Right? But here's the thing. They had no medical staff, no bathrooms, no credit card machines, no ATM, no basic services that are required to have a music festival.
Yeah.
It was going to be like Firefest, if you remember that Ja Rule shit.
Oh, 100% I remember Firefest.
So basically, we're driving into Area 51, and the cops have a checkpoint, and they're like, yo, do not go in there. For one, if you get close to Area 51, you're going to be like shot by fucking Bureau of Land Management cops. And 2, like you can't get money out, you can't get water, you can't get food, there's nowhere to stay, there's no rooms left in the hotel. It was borderline like a human rights crisis. So we pull up, there's like 2,000 people.
Let me see that ashtray, Marcos. I think it's right there. I'm listening.
That's the day that it was supposed to happen. They like bust in a bunch of bands from Cleveland, like high school age bands. And they're like, here's the Cleveland, Ohio, something high school, battle of the bands. And fools are expecting like Lil Uzi to come out and be like, yeah. But it's literally like a bunch of 13-year-old guitarists doing like, dan, 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 dan.
You're kidding.
And so we're just like, what the fuck is going on? And there's people like, what the fuck is this? And then one of the bands ended up like killing it.
Yeah.
Like some like 14-year-old like girl band was like doing these Kings of Leon covers and just smashing. So we're getting wasted. We're like,
yeah. By that time, it's like, yo, I've had enough drinks, so it's like we can.
They perform, go straight back to Cleveland. And that night was the raid of Area 51, and it was all good. It was all positive vibes. We're like at the checkpoint, the DHS people, whatever the fuck they were like vibing with all the Reddit kids. It was cool. It was like a bunch of divorced dads were there with their camper vans. Like, I just want to feel alive. Yeah, it was a fucking weird one.
But did you go out there just because you knew it was going to be like some sort of spectacle?
Well, I was already at Burning Man, which is in North Nevada.
Okay.
Probably 2 hours from that raid of Area 51. And it timing wise made sense.
Oh, so this was all around that same time of Burning Man. That's
September 2019.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's smart. That was smart on what was her name? Rachel, you said?
The town is Rachel.
Oh, okay. What was the lady's name?
Connie.
Connie.
Yeah.
That was smart on Connie's part.
No, yeah, Connie was cool. She pulled a shotgun on us for trying to sleep behind her hotel.
What the fuck?
Yeah. She was like, if you don't move this car, I'm going to fucking blow your brains out. We're like, fucking, yeah.
Goddamn, Connie.
Yeah, Connie was wilding. She's like 75.
But the fucking hotel only had like, what, 12 rooms?
12 rooms, yeah.
Fuck. So where were people mostly in camper vans and shit?
Basically, so half the land out there is government land or Bureau of Land Management, BLM land. So you can park your RV anywhere you want on public land. But the little alien, that business there, they own like 1 acre of land behind the hotel. So when you pull up, they come out strapped. They're like, hey, if you guys want to park here, it's $1,000 for the weekend, but you have to park right there. And then the state trooper was like, don't listen to her. She's fucking crazy. Just park across the street. It's public land. So we're parked in public land. It was cool. It was like raver kids, Reddit live streamers, all that shit. It was an experience.
What was another like crazy event you've been to besides Area 51? What tops that?
We can just talk about Nevada in general. The AVN Expo, which is like the porn
right.
awards. That was pretty fucking weird,
bro. When the first, I think 45 seconds of that video, I just crack up because he's talking about spreading ass cheeks, and then you just look at the camera like, what in the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
So how was that mic'd? Did y'all have that mic?
So that was part of some like Showtime series or some shit.
Okay.
And that's a good question because no one asked about that. Why is there like amazing audio?
Yeah.
It was part of some Showtime series where like the dude was like, what's up, man? I'm a huge fan. Like he was wearing like a yellow Fred Perry polo. You know, and I was like, why the fuck is this Proud Boy approaching me at the AVN Expo? I was freaked out. And he's like, hey, man, don't be turned off by the polo.
Yeah.
Like I do a Showtime series about porn. I was like, this guy is fucked. I don't know what his deal is. He's like, do you want to sit in the audience and like ask some questions? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so that's how that happened. Had Ari Spears host. It was like a press conference,
right? Yeah.
With Alexis Texas and Abella Danger asking questions or being asked questions. In the audience was like Evan Stone and Ari Spears was hosting. It was the weirdest shit ever.
Bro, that was super weird. And like the questions they were asking, and then it just like seemed like they had a whole like a fucking paragraph written there, like, with your big beautiful ass, what are you doing?
Big beautiful. It was fucking crazy. Another crazy story. So in that video, right, I'm sitting in the back row. The girl that I'm sitting next to, I was dating at the time.
Oh shit.
She got a job as a pornographic actress from people she met at that conference.
What the
fuck? It's pretty sick, right? Began working in the porn industry directly after we like broke up, basically.
What the fuck?
It's crazy looking back. It's just like a mind fuck. We're on good terms and shit, but it's crazy to think about that. Yeah.
Have you seen any of her porns?
Oh, you mean, yeah. If your ex-girlfriend did porn, you're going to watch everything.
Yeah.
You just have to.
How does that make you feel seeing that?
I try to like think about, of course, at first you're like, damn, that sucks. But then you're like, you know what? I'm happy that she's doing her thing. I'm happy she's making money, and I shouldn't feel weird about this.
Right.
You know, because like if your homie's doing porn, it's like a double standard. Like if your male homie's doing porn, you're like, oh, sick. Like that fool's doing porn. Like I bet he's banging the hottest chicks, whatever. Then your homegirl's doing porn, and you're like, is she okay? It's like, you try to think about it. Like there was definitely a curve with that where at first I was, but I'm happy for her, and it's sick, and I'm happy that she was able to meet people. Like,
through the
hook
shit.
her up with a job. You feel me?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. What and then you had the fucking the Sasquatch people.
That shit was really crazy. So we didn't expect for that to happen. And we did like that 4th of July video for All Gas No Brakes in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in Marquette.
Yeah.
We were just trying to drive back to Seattle to park the RV for a bit. We were driving through this small town called Reamer, Minnesota. And it had this big banner that was like home of Bigfoot. A lot of these small Midwestern towns, as a tourist trap, they brand their town with like Bigfoot or something.
Yeah.
Like the gas station will be called Bigfoot Gifts. And it'll just
say,
trying to get people to stop and buy souvenirs, basically.
Yeah.
But we stayed at this motel called a Reamer Motel. And the owner of the motel was this weird dude. And he was like, yo, man, like, I know a guy who's really seen him. And I was like, oh, what's his name? And he's like, Abe Del Rio. Hella quiet. And I was like, word? How can I meet Abe Del Rio? And he's like, Abe stays in the basement every Saturday. He drives in from St. Paul, and he sees Bigfoot. He pointed me to a map that was in the break room or whatever, and he was like, he had pins. He was like, this is where Abe saw Bigfoot here. This is where Abe saw. And I was like, can we wait around? So we stayed at this motel for an entire week. en route to somewhere else and just got drunk at this tavern in town for 7 days, awaiting Abe Del Rio. Abe gets there. We're like, what's up, man? I know you're going to have a hard time believing this, but we're famous on YouTube. We've been waiting for you for 7 days.
Yeah.
And so he was like, cool, well, it'll be $100 if I take you out for the weekend. He was like, instant cash grab. I was like, whatever. So that's how that video came about.
So was Abe in the, he was the sweatshirt, I mean the sleeveless shirt.
Abe was like the buff Puerto Rican dude.
Right.
Who was like the Bigfoot OG.
And then the old man pissed him off at the end.
The old man pretended to see Bigfoot in this experience. So Abe has been trying to find Bigfoot every weekend for 21 years. He claims he was chased by Bigfoot in Ohio in 2001. I don't know how you can claim to be chased by Bigfoot and not see Bigfoot. Yeah. I guess you just got chased by something. You're like, oh, that's what it was.
That was
I don't know how you decided. The other dude, his name's Michael, a.k.a. Pops. He was like, yo, I saw him. And at first Abe was like, come on, man, don't fucking lie to the documentary crew right now, bro, please.
Yeah.
And then Pops was like, no, I really saw him. And Abe was like, Abe was pissed. Yeah. He was like, oh, it's bittersweet, man. The moment we had our heads turned, Pops was like, I saw the Sasquatch. Abe was fucking furious. And Abe believed him too. He's like, damn, like
that motherfucker saw Sasquatch just right now. I had my fucking back turned.
I haven't heard back from Abe about that video.
What's okay? So the question I'm gonna ask is, what's the most outrageous experience you've had with All Gas No Brakes? But we're gonna play a lovely beat behind that.
Yeah.
And well, this is an ad that it's all right. Let it fucking play. Fuck them.
I don't want to hear it.
All right, and then just say the story. You can rap it. You can fucking sing it. You can just tell the story regular. But we're gonna give you a little music. Turn that up. Man. Turn that up, Marcos.
Here's what happened. We were in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It was the LSU versus Alabama game, which is the biggest Southern football rivalry that exists, right? Yeah. Basically, so we got LSU versus Roll Tide. Alabama loses, right? Which is hella embarrassing because we're in Alabama. And at the game was Justin Timberlake, Kanye West, and Donald Trump. So they basically got their ass kicked in their home turf in front of the president and fucking Kanye. So it was a bad experience for them. So after the game, we're like interviewing these college girls or whatever. And the one girl just comes up to me and she says, I would let Donald Trump take a shit in my mouth. And I didn't coach this. I was just like, we weren't even trying to film. She was just like, I would let Donald Trump and Barron Trump take a shit in my mouth.
Young Barron.
So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this is really funny. She seemed like she was super down. I was like, okay, this is kind of stupid, but I know it'll make good content. So I go back to the Airbnb or the RV, whatever we were saying. I post it online. Boom, like next day, my mom starts getting like threatening messages, like hundreds of calls a day from Alabama numbers and these crazy like voicemails and shit. I guess that girl's parents hired private investigators to like harass my family and was like, take that shit down. So I had to like duck these investigators for like a whole month, and my mom was getting like harassed every day, and my grandma and dad and shit too. Just people were coming after me. And so at that moment I realized that interviewing college kids is like always gonna be lame as fuck. Cause like, and that was the day that I decided to have release forms forever.
Yeah.
And it was crazy is the girl was like, leave it up. The girl was like, leave it up. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean leave it up? She's like, fuck my dad, leave that shit up. I was like, I'm not going to be in the middle of this shit. So I took that down. That was the closest call, with being sued I've ever had from All Gas No Brakes. But I've had some other crazy experiences in general.
Son of a bitch, man. And then she's all just leave it up. All right, Marcos, we take that music down. I think that was a solid fucking, that was a vibe story.
Yeah.
It's like, shit in my mouth, Donald Trump.
Yeah, it was so gross. We're like, what? She was like, eat whatever you want.
Eat whatever you want?
Like, diarrhea in my mouth. I was like, fuck.
And even Barron, bro. Even fucking young Barron.
I mean, it wasn't the thing about the All Gas No Brakes shows. It wasn't like just the individual shit that was so crazy. It was the whole life.
Yeah.
Living on the road for that long, like everything stringing together, like going from Burning Man to Area 51 to Vegas for 2 weeks, and then to Alabama for Talladega Super Speedway weekend.
It was just one after another
for like 2 years.
Fucking
and it's still going on right now.
yeah, technically.
Never had a break.
What? How old are you right now?
23.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah, super young.
And you have a very you've taken on a lot of lessons.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, you learn fast, especially with all this contract shit and ownership, trademarks, stuff like that. Stuff that most people your age aren't. Half the people my age are trying to figure out what they're interested in.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about how to like have legal ownership of my own art. So that kind of stuff is like learning those lessons now, it's like it's a blessing, even if it's stressful at the same time.
Yeah, because I mean, shit, you still have time to create whatever the fuck, bro.
Might want to, yeah. So to be independent as young as possible is the move.
Yeah.
Don't want to be like 35, you know, and be like, oh fuck, I don't own anything I've made for the past 10 years. Like,
yeah.
And then before you know it, you're like washed.
Fuck, man. All right, let's go to the third hand of 21. It's all tied up right now, right? Yeah, 1-1. All right, here we go. And your first card is a 9. And your second card is a king. So you're looking at 19. Not bad. And I'm showing a 3.
I'm good. It's all you,
right
bro.
there we go. So I got a 10 and I'm looking at 13.
Okay.
And I got a jack, so I bust. So it is officially 2-1.
Oh shit, we're on top.
With Andrew Callaghan winning the game so far.
Yeah, it's crazy being free. It hasn't even sunk in. I can do anything I want, you know.
So that happened today?
Yeah.
So like what like can you give me anything on it?
I
like,
mean,
how did this how did your day go?
Woke up, got an email.
You know, that's an odd thing.
Yeah.
Because anytime you ask anybody how'd your day go, it starts with I woke up.
Yeah, woke up.
You know? Just off rip, woke up.
Brushed my teeth. It's like I didn't brush my teeth today. And I peeped my email and it was like, you know, you're terminated. Yeah.
Oh, they fired you?
Yeah.
What was the purpose of firing?
Bro, I don't know. I'm not even allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, God,
you know?
damn it.
But I was terminated. It's all good.
But that's what I mean, all right. We won't go down this road.
It's all good.
Yeah, we won't go down this road.
Check out what I got next.
Bro,
you know?
So are you going to, you know, that's odd too. So what's going to come of, because eventually you're going to write a book about this, I would assume.
Write a book about everything.
Yeah.
From like, you know, college, New Orleans shit, to hitting the road, to like signing like a deal in Hollywood.
Right.
And then whatever happens next, like hitchhiking to Hollywood shit, like that timeline.
Who was this, the Doing Things?
I'm not sure.
Is that not, out, what is it, Marcos?
This is Things.
No, not This Is Things. That's Tits.
Tits.
That's
a segment we do.
Tim and Eric. Is that his shit?
Which one? Oh, I signed a development deal with Absolutely, which is Tim and Eric's production company. So.
Okay, dang, that's crazy.
So what I'm working on next, you know, there will be something. It'll be involved with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. They do some good shit, like Adult Swim shit.
Yeah, the legends,
bro. And they just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I wonder, like him or them and Eric Andre, like how much creative control they actually have. Like it looks like they have tons of it.
Yeah, everyone at Abso's cool as shit. So, I mean, they pretty much just give creative. They want the best material, not so much what makes the most money. Like, because you know, like what sells the best is obviously like less raunchy, more like family friendly shit.
Yeah.
What's funniest is stuff that pushes the envelope.
Yeah.
But not in an offensive way, but in like a thought provoking way. Because you can push the envelope in a cheap way by just being offensive and trying to shock random people watching.
Yeah. That's kind of what Eric Andre does, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Eric Andre's humor like isn't necessarily like my favorite humor, but I think he's hella good at what he does.
There was like for the longest time, like I just wouldn't watch it. Like I always thought it was just like bullshit. But at one period, we wound up watching like it was like 4 episodes, just like back to back to back. And he made one joke that just fucking cracked me the fuck up. He was like, you ever just been in a bathroom at a zoo and a hippo comes in and starts pissing next to you, and you're like, get out of here, you fat bitch. It's like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, all right, I kind of like this.
No, yeah, for sure. I like his man on the street shit the most.
Yeah. Because, I mean, shit, basically, he was doing, like, what you do.
Yeah. Where I think a lot of people fuck up is, like, getting hella celebrities on their shit. Because, like, I think the assumption that, like, a celebrity is more interesting than, like, an average person. Like, Eric Andre does a great job with celebrities as far as, like, freaking them out.
Yeah.
But I try to think for my future, like, with my style, like, I don't feel like I'll ever be, like, the dude who's like, I'm here with fucking, I don't know, like, Matt Damon. Yeah. You know what I mean? But Eric Andre can pull it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's, like, knows how to, but for my deadpan style, like, I don't know if it'd be that funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's like the funniest shit. Your deadpan is fucking deadpan as shit.
Is it?
I don't fucking understand how you do it sometimes. Like some of the shit these people are saying is ultra hilarious.
Yeah.
And you're just there stale faced and a motherfucker.
I guess because I probably heard everyone say everything at this point. You know what I mean? Like as far as like shocking shit goes, like there's not something that someone would say where I'd be like,
yeah.
You know, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Unless it's really specific. Like Alex Jones made me laugh yesterday.
Bro, that's crazy. You did some shit with Alex Jones, man. I'm actually really excited to fucking see that.
Yeah.
He's been on the show a couple times, and
this show,
yeah,
sick.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So it's like when you say like doing shit with celebrities, that's because you're basically a celebrity.
I guess so.
And so it's cool. It's cool as fuck for me to have you here, bro. Like
thanks,
I really
bro.
appreciate you coming.
Hell yeah. I just don't see myself that way.
Yeah. But I've had the only two other celebrities I've had on are Alex Jones and Freeway Rick Ross, and I feel like Freeway Rick Ross, bro. He's a fucking cool fucking dude, man. Yeah. He's still all about his money and shit too. So he's like,
I can imagine. How the fuck is he out of jail,
bro? I don't. Deals, yeah, cutting deals.
Was he telling?
No.
They used his ass.
Yeah, so it was basically like,
shit.
Like CIA was fucking like,
yeah, cause
he was all mixed up in that shit. Not even unbeknownst to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so. But now he's he just started LA Kingpins, which is the actual pins and like a whole marijuana company basically.
That's a good move. I'm thinking about probably getting into weed now that I can do whatever I want. I don't even smoke weed, but if I was like some Andrew Kush or something.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that sucks. You couldn't even call it all gas, no brakes.
I'm not trying to.
But that would be fucking a cool name for weed.
It would be a good name for some weed. This fool's called Weed Gas.
Did you come up with all gas, no brakes? Like
yeah,
that? Yeah.
Definitely. It was the name of a book that I wrote when I was super young.
That's fucking bullshit, man. Now those motherfuckers, fuck them, man.
It's the game. Everybody's got to hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Art is capital C content to someone else.
Yeah.
Like what comes from my soul, someone sees as like, oh, yep, it's money.
Yeah.
That's the nature of it. But that shit's expiring with the new digital era. Like Logan Paul makes like fucking $1 million a week.
Yeah.
He's not signed to Interscope.
Yeah.
Or Viacom or Sony or some smaller startup. You don't really need anybody.
Bro, I've been in his podcast studio before.
Yeah.
And that's what really made me want to like utilize my garage because this guy, I mean, he makes $1 million a week, so he can afford a fucking big ass mansion in LA and as a 4-car garage, and it's like split down the middle. He has like his shit over here. He has like a team of like computerists over here. Right. There's like a big ass beanbag with Dwarf Mamba on it. Do you know who Dwarf Mamba is? Nah. That's the midget guy he hangs around with. Yeah. And he doesn't mind being called midget, by the way.
Yeah, no, they fuck with it. I know some little people. They're down with midget.
Yeah. Bro, that's have you had any little people on your
Yeah. My homie who lives at the Sausage Castle in
the Sausage Castle
in Orlando.
Yeah.
His name is Midget Mac.
You know Midget Mac?
Yeah, he's a homie.
Like from the show? What was that? Chance of Love? No. Wasn't he on a show?
I think he was.
Midget Mac.
Yeah, Midget Mac's the homie.
Damn it, what show was that? He was searching for love, I know that. And he had these big ass hats and he had dreads.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was that show?
It was Friends.
Yeah, he was on Friends.
This is crazy. When I first met the dude, he daps me up and shows me a picture of his dick on his phone. I don't know why he did this.
Yeah.
Get this out of the way.
But his dick was like a foot fucking long.
What the fuck? He was an actual tripod.
No, little people have human-sized penises.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like just letting me know, like, hey man, I might be small, but I got that thing on me. I don't know what it was. But I was like, hey, good to meet you. He's like, peep this player. I was like, what? All right. I was like, that's sick, man. Thanks for showing me that.
Yeah, like,
I was
that's
like,
great,
cool.
bro.
I just like can't unsee it. I was like, cool. This dude just showed me a picture of his dick. Never in my life has that been a way someone's introduced themselves to me. Like, oh, what's up, bro? Hey, peep this. Fuck is wrong with you, dog? Like,
it's like if you weren't already thrown off by my size, look at the size of this.
Yeah, it's big, right? You like that? I was like, yeah, cool.
Nice dick, man.
Yeah, he's like, you want to see a picture of me fucking a bitch?
Sure.
I was like, yeah, I was like,
is she fine?
I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, I'll peep that. He's like, you see me? Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah. That was a weird day. It's my first day at the Sausage Castle. I was like, this place is,
Where's that at?
It's in Astatula, Florida, which is like northwest suburban Orlando.
Yeah.
It's that dude Mike Busey. He's like a juggalo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Juggalo Castle.
Yeah, for sure, Juggalo Castle.
What other like high status people would consider high status people have you ran into that have vibed with?
The top.
That does sound like the top.
I did a commercial with like YG for this company.
I saw that.
Yeah, for my homie's company, Born and Raised in LA. That was pretty cool. You know, like I don't even know. But going back to what we were talking about a second ago, it's crazy how that archetype of like Hollywood boss or like power broker is just expiring. Like, okay, like for example, like in 1955 when there was like 3 TV stations and there was like Frank Sinatra for the oldies, you know, like BB King for the blues. Like, yeah, if you were a representative of Viacom or Sony or some shit, you could be like, I get to decide who's hot right now because I control what goes on the radio. Right. I could be like, Frank Sinatra, bro, you're fried. I'm replacing you with some dude named like, you know, David Crosby. And before you know it, that's the man. Nowadays, like, you can get the best deal ever from Interscope. You can get a $10 million advance and have every A&R in the city of Hollywood on your dick. You're not going to pop if your music sucks. Yeah. People who control mainstream platforms of distribution don't have good taste anymore. Yeah. So it's like independent people are winning. So it's like now that I see that in my future, I was like, you know, I just got to do my own thing.
Well, yeah. YouTube is also becoming a problem. Yeah. As far as like, you know, the censorship and everything like that. Oh,
it's bullshit, man. I have gotten, you know, 5 million view YouTube videos that they censored just because it featured content about protests. Right. No profanity, no nudity, no drugs. But it was like, oh, this is kind of a hot button issue. Yeah. Like, do I have to just fucking post videos of myself playing like StarCraft and like doing TikTok dances to make money on YouTube? Exactly. Like, yes, it's fried, man. That censorship shit pisses me off so bad. That's the one thing that I found myself agreeing with everybody on across the political spectrum is like censorship is bad.
And it's like they can do whatever they fucking want.
They're private companies. They can fucking take every person down. But like, even if you think, okay, cool, misinformation is really, really bad. Let's take everyone who spreads misinformation off the internet, right? Setting that precedent for private companies to be able to take away free speech, that pendulum swings back somewhere down the line if we have a super authoritarian president who decides that, like, hey, you know what? People talking shit about me, or let's just get him out. Let's get him out of here. Down. It could easily happen. And so, like, being accepting, like, you can disagree with someone hella hard, but not letting them have a rebuttal just shuts off discussion. Mm-hmm. If you're calling for violence, bro, if you're one of those people who is like, go into the Capitol, break shit. Yeah, I understand you should be taken off Twitter. You're a fucking domestic terrorist. You're telling people to do shit. But if you're posting your opinion about something and now you don't have anyone to converse with, where are you going to go? Yeah. You're going to find a fringe platform and be around only people who think the exact same way you do. Chamber. And before you know it, you're like radicalized. Yeah. So I think I'm worried that in 3 or 4 years, we're going to see like super radical right-wing people to a different degree than it was this time around in 2024, who are just so deep in the hole. Where are people going? Yeah. Where are some of these groups that I haven't heard from them? Yeah. What are Oath Keepers doing right now? Yeah. How the fuck are they going to talk to each other? Mm-hmm. Wherever they're talking right now, it's probably fucking crazy. Yeah, I can't imagine the shit they're saying right now. Like they're probably like, yep, Civil War's already commenced. What's the plan for the next attack? Yeah, they're all fucking just ganging together and shit. Because, I mean, the only type of platforms they can get on are platforms that are made, one, for them, and two, that are like encrypted type shit to where people aren't even able to monitor this shit. Because it does sit wrong with me that the FBI came out and said they had no idea that this was going to happen. That's impossible. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, motherfucker, I know y'all are looking at my fucking phone. Yeah. I can tell by the ads I see on Instagram. Yeah. Like I'm not even fucking looking for this shit, but y'all know I was talking about it. Dude, I knew something was going to happen. Yeah. I'm just surprised it happened on the 6th and not the inauguration day. It seems like the 6th didn't mark anything. Yeah. I guess it was the electoral vote or whatever, but you're right, because I mean, if they would have just held out and did that on the 20th, it would have been an even bigger fucking shit show. And there would have been a lot of bloodshed. And J20 is also a huge day for anti-fascist protesters too. You know, it's like what is it, annual labor strike day? And there's some sort of like not satanic. There's some sort of evil spirited fucking date is January 20th as well. Like and the beliefs of, I bet the Q people are going fucking crazy with that. Yeah, one. Yeah. I'm gonna take a piss real quick. Yeah. Fuck yeah, me too. Break time.
from the piss break.
It's hard for me too because as someone who like covers all sides of shit, I like to be able to figure out what people are saying in all sort of walks of political life, and now I really can't see what people are saying.
Yeah.
Like I was following like a lot of these Q beats and shit super, super heavily. And shit, maybe.
What are your politics? Like, what did you have politics before?
Dude, I'm more of just like a listener, bro. Like I just love, I feel like I don't even really stop to think that hard. I just like listen and try to get the real story on as much as I can. Like I have a bunch of opinions about individual shit.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I'm not like I don't really have a political party. I just like feel like I just think the right shit about things.
Yeah.
But like with the Q stuff, like I do think that was damaging a lot of people.
As far as like their beliefs, or
just fucking up a lot of people's whole equilibrium as far as how they saw the world.
I mean, it was all just confusing shit. Yeah. It was like it was put there in order to fucking make people not know what the fuck is going on. Maybe think that something could potentially be going on, but they have no idea.
Yeah, and especially because the demographics, like older people, retired age people, they have all the time in the world to read shit on Facebook. And like, talk about people who consume fake media. Those people, they'll eat anything up.
Fucking Facebook is a goddamn cesspool
of fake information. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's a shithole.
Did you ever watch the what was Social Dilemma?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. I actually liked it as like a documentary too because it was like they put like the movie inside of the documentary. Like there was the guy from fucking Vegas Vacation, but the new one, Vacation. I can't remember his fucking name, but he's actually one of my favorite actors. Anytime I see him in something,
I just thought it was funny that movie blew up on social media.
Right.
I was just like, Social Dilemma is #1 on Netflix, and it's the top trending item on Twitter. I was like, oh.
Bro, but it's like, and it's still like, I wish everybody could watch a condensed version of that to where they could understand that this is actually happening to them. Because it was like in that movie, there was the extreme center. Yeah. Because they didn't want to show like the leftists going toward the leftist shit and the far right going toward the far right shit. But Facebook has literally taken down nations. You know what I'm saying? Like they've overthrown regimes. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, we've done this in all these other countries. Who's to say we can't do it to Americans who consume more Facebook than anybody in the world? Yeah.
I just think there's some sinister shit behind a lot of that, like far-right disinformation, all that Q stuff. I'm like, man, they're figuring out exactly how to fuck with these older people. Yeah. And how to radicalize, like, armchair conservatives and turn them into, like, fucking complete, basically cult members. A lot of them, dude. Like, because... like, what's the worst thing you can say about somebody? This is an old Russian tactic that they did back in the day, and pre-World War II. The worst thing you can call someone is like a child killer. Mm-hmm. And the worst thing you can do is like be like a dude who fucking molests and kills kids. Yeah. So it's like, and then if you add satanic to that, like if you can convince someone that their enemy is a satanic baby killer, at that point, I mean, they're ready to kill the other person. It's like the demonizing tactic. Right. So I was like, they really got these people convinced.
That's a
like
good point.
That's what's going on. That's fucking crazy. How did they do that?
But then at the same time, there was fucking Jeffrey Epstein came out during all this shit, and a lot of that shit was proven to be, an actual situation.
Yeah. I just feel like people took the Epstein shit and they were just like this is everyone. You know what I mean? Like Epstein was for sure just like a whack dude with the whole circle of elite fucked up friends. Yeah. But people act like that encompassed like anyone with money or power.
That's like, a good point.
They were like, oh, what about Epstein? I'm like, yeah, bro, like Epstein was a popular dude with a fucked up circle of homies, but it wasn't like Epstein was like the #1. And I don't know.
But he had some fun. Like the circle he fucking had was insane.
But it could have been thicker. It could have been.
She said.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It could have been like, I don't know. It just kind of. Like, that was the one thing that, like, the Q was right about. Yeah. So they ran with that shit to be like, see? Like, we fucking told you. But people have been talking about Epstein forever, right? Right. Alex Jones' show was talking about Epstein like 10 years ago or something. Mm-hmm.
And, bro, feel free to move that mic around, man. I know you're hearing yourself go in and out a little bit.
No, it's good. We're back. Even better now.
Look at that.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us, man. Is that Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
Oh yeah. Look at us. Look at what's that from, Doc?
Hot Ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fucking podcast.
Paul Rudd is one of my favorite actors. I've never said that on air.
No, that's fucking me too, bro. I love Paul Rudd.
He's fucking awesome.
I've seen even his bad movies, and I like him because he's on there.
He's on there. It's my guy.
What was that one movie? He was like I think it was like he was like by a creek at one point.
That's the man right there.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Marcos? He was like
the one where he's with Jennifer Aniston. What's that movie where they go like on a hippie commune?
No, that was a Bad
where
Brother.
He takes a trip and his eyes turn into
Yeah. I think it was like Bad Brother or Bad Stepbrother, like something like basically like I have a horrible brother and it's Paul Rudd.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah.
After the California opens back up, like I know that like with my mild celebrity status, I'm gonna get an invite to like some crazy parties, and I'm about to see Paul Rudd.
That would be fucking dope, bro.
Tweak.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Now.
I'm just freak out.
Yeah.
You know, Paul Rudd. Look at us.
Yeah,
that's you, bro. You said
that's
that.
you, man.
This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Bro, I don't think Paul Rudd goes to these parties. You think
Paul
he
Rudd
does?
for sure is a blow man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Jimmy
100%.
Kimmel. That fool's like coked out of his mind.
It's like, oh shit. You remember when Michael Cera was popping hard?
Oh yeah.
I think Paul Rudd's the senior of that. Like that's the vibe. It's like when I pop up, shit goes fucking nuts.
I just feel like he's the homie.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way with many celebrities.
Right.
Like I know that Matt Damon's not the homie. You know what I mean?
I used to always get Matt Damon confused with fucking Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I get them confused too because they're both like crooked Boston cops.
Yeah. Every fucking movie. And it's like Matt Damon hasn't released a film that I remember, honestly.
Fucking Born Supremacy, bro.
I never watched any of those. None of them.
They're epic.
Good Will Hunting 2.
Good Will Hunting 2.
Hunting season.
Oh shit, that was the porno one?
Yeah.
No, that was Mark Wahlberg. That was what was it? Nights? Boogie Nights. That was Mark Wahlberg.
His Wahlburger shit's pretty bomb though. You know his burger chain?
Really?
Yeah.
I think we just got one here in Austin.
Bro, he's been putting them in all the hoods in the Northeast.
For real?
Like in North Philly. And like hella people move.
Oh,
like,
that's where I saw it in Philadelphia.
Yeah, in Fishtown.
Yeah.
It's like a gentrification beacon. Like full see the Mark Wahlberg burger spot, and they're like, let's buy property. Like he'll put I don't know why the fuck this is his strategy.
Yeah.
But there'll be like hella condos surrounding his burger spot.
Shit, bro, that's smart. Have you ever seen The Founder?
No.
Talking about McDonald's?
No, what happened? Oh,
why
McDonald's.
are you crying, man?
Because the cigarette smoke went in my eye. I thought
You
about
just dropped a whole tear.
I thought
man.
about how far Mark Wahlberg has come. You know what I mean? From a crooked cop
to a fucking
Southie?
landowner.
To a landowner.
The fucking in The Founder, the guy basically he steals this entire McDonald's thing from the actual McDonald's people because he winds up buying the land that he puts the McDonald's on. Mm-hmm. So the founder wound up being like the bigger owner of something because he bought all the land and all this shit.
Damn, shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to fucking him.
Shout out to McDonald's. I always get the spicy McChicken with a tomato on it and chop the top to cut the carbs in half. Got yourself 120 calorie fucking
Look at that.
paleo certified road meal right there.
Bro, that's what I like. I don't know how you did it, bro. One, hitchhiking, I could have never. Like, there's no way. And then like living on the road for so long, I'm sure you've had like some you have a way about you. Like when you go to like a McDonald's, like you have your McDonald's meal right there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
well, I mean,
what I'm
the
saying?
key about living on the road and having fun is like don't be afraid to splurge at like the right times. You know, like live grimy for a bit, but the moment you feel like you're about to hit a wall, just say fuck it and cash out. Get yourself like a nice room, like somewhere like Caesar's Palace in Vegas. Get an Airbnb or something. Rent a car. You know, meet a girl, have a great time. You know, like prioritize shit that makes you happy and stop focusing on making videos for a second. Yeah. That's how I did it. Like I would have weeks every month where I'd be like, you know what? I'm about to just kick it. Like you meet a new group of friends, you want to meet more and shit. You just kind of just do your own thing. But at first I was going too hard. You know, I was like, all I want to do is make videos all the time. I don't want to sit around and socialize and shit. But then I was like, Vegas is the first place I figured out how to relax.
Yeah, for real, bro. Vegas is the best place to relax, honestly, because
it is.
They have everything there for you. Like, it's like, oh, you want this? Well, it's available. Like, I mean, of course, everything costs something, but damn, bro, it is attacking you, man.
Shit is crazy. I'm downwind.
So, all right, actually, let's go to our fourth hand real quick.
Let's get it.
Andrew's up 2-1.
I'm on fire.
More fire, more fire.
Hold on. I screwed up.
Fuck, man.
Fucking Marcos.
I screwed it up. Hold on.
Son of a bitch.
Bro, just dock my pay.
It's the homie
Dock me.
Marcos.
Just dock me.
So his first card is an 8.
8.
And his second card is a 2. So you're looking at 10.
Burnt ass hand.
And I'm showing a king,
Shit,
which is
you're
a
on
10
fire,
as well.
dog. Fuck it.
And then you got a 5,
Oh,
so you're looking
shit.
at 15.
That's not too good. Go
That's
ahead,
not too
sir.
good. You gonna take it?
Wait, I'm folding. What are my options?
No. You're either staying with the 15.
I can take a fourth one?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Taking another one?
Yeah. But
All
if
right.
I go above 21, I'm done, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
You gonna take it?
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, Jack. So you bust.
Fried. Automatic disqualification.
So it is now 2-2.
Tied up, man.
We got the fucking final countdown coming up pretty soon. I still haven't gotten music for that. Literally every show has tied 2-2 to where there's a fifth round that has to go. And every time I'm like, I got to get some like more intense music for this.
That's podcast magic, Doug.
Yeah, bro. And I still just never do it.
Yeah, it's awful. The whole show's done.
So what's the deal, Andrew?
With what?
Anything, bro.
Shit.
Like, what's your main qualm in life right now?
Hit a wall.
Trying to figure out how to fucking relax.
And how's that been working out?
Well, every time I have off times, I'm like, time to go party.
Yeah.
Because I always think that's like relax mode. Like pop around every city, catch Ubers all night, meet up with random fools.
Drinking.
Yeah, which is cool. But like doing shots and mobbing around is actually kind of like a second job.
Yeah.
Like trying to kick it with everyone all the time. It's almost as hard as like making a show.
Right.
So it's like, what does it mean to have time off? And what are you supposed to do? Because I actually just got a house in LA. Like, not bought it, but I like put down rent.
Nice.
So I'm like, shit, what do I do? Just like get smoothies, do a bunch of push-ups. You know, what are healthy people supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. No coffee. That's been cool.
You stopped drinking coffee?
I drink a little bit, but I used to really drink like 5 cups a day.
Oh shit.
Also, no liquor at the same time. No coffee, no liquor has definitely helped.
Fuck, man. Like, I need to I drink Red Bulls, yellow Red Bulls, like a fucking fiend, man. And like I stopped just to prove to myself that I could stop.
Yeah.
And like I was able to stop. And then I was like, oh well, might as well have a Red Bull because it's like, why not?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the caffeine as much as it is the sugar.
Oh, for the Red Bulls?
Yeah. That's what really fucks me up. And drinking beer, I can't stop drinking beer.
I'm not gonna stop drinking beer.
I don't think I can.
But it's not actually good for you to stop drinking beer. Like it might be good for you health wise, but like lifestyle. I mean, if you're not able to have a couple beers at like nighttime, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like what is your life gonna become? Like you're just gonna be like a high strung fool who's like up fucking watching videos until 2 a.m. Nah.
Yeah, it's like because I do have trouble fucking sleeping.
Me too. I'm hella bad at it.
Like, what keeps you up at night?
Thinking about what I got going on in the morning.
Yeah, I'm bad about that shit, bro.
Yeah. How many do you get a night?
What'd you say?
How many hours do you get a night?
Man, I've gotten it down to about. I can get a solid 7. I can get
7 too.
But when I start thinking about that, it keeps me up at night. It's like, so then I'll start like, I'm doing math in my fucking head.
I'm always doing math. I'm like, how long am I going to be able to get? That's a very common thing though. So like everyone experiences that. But for me, it's like 7 is not really enough. Like I really need like 10 because I'm so stressed. So every day is kind of just like, fuck, man.
Dude, I found a pretty good pocket. I usually get off around like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And I come home and I take at least an hour nap. And then I could be up till like 2, 3 in the morning and like fully functional, like actually more productive than I am if I don't do that fucking nap. And like, so that's key for me, naps.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't even do it. But my thing is like coffee adds anxiety to sleep. Because when you wake up at 7, the option is like keep going, keep sleeping, or like get that coffee and be tweaked until like, just for like a couple hours.
Because that's what I do when I wake up. I have a fucking Red Bull.
Yeah,
like
immediately.
A couple cigarettes. Yeah, and it's like, but that's like what gets me into the fucking groove, man. Luckily, I'm not even gonna talk about it yet. I hope this happens, but there's potentially something in my future to where I will be able to wake up every morning and jump into a pool.
You about to get a new house with a pool?
Who knows, man? I don't know, but I don't want to jinx it.
Don't jinx it. Jinx is real. Jinx is real shit.
What's your house looking like in fucking LA?
It's just a regular house.
Yeah.
3-bedroom, nice spot in East Hollywood.
Nice.
It's chill. I mean, just to edit and kick it.
Yeah.
I've been on the road for years, living with 2 other dudes in a 25-foot RV.
Damn.
So anything is good.
What's the worst part about being in the RV?
Taking a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
No, you got to go to Walmart and just like all that. Just general hygiene stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Washing your face, brushing your teeth, using the restroom. You know, having to buy something every time you want to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Going to Starbucks and having to get one of those almond butter bars. Just to, you know,
yeah, just
take
to
a
use
piss.
the restroom.
Seriously.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I couldn't do it, bro. Like when I'm on the road or like I'm a home field type of guy when it comes to that.
Shit.
And I don't know if I could fucking do that.
I'm going to be a hella homebody one day.
Yeah.
After all this time on the road, I'm about to be like militantly anti-travel probably for like a year.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be like, no, I'm good.
Where's like your paradise, bro?
On the road.
Really?
Yeah.
What? I mean, you just sat there and was like, I want to be a fucking homebody.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, comfortable. Paradise would be like a Class C RV, so not too big. I don't want one of those pop-out Winnebagos. This shit's too big.
Yeah.
A Class C RV, which is the kind of like U-Haul looking ones, you know, with like the van front. And, yeah, just like living in the Southwest. I guess maybe like Albuquerque.
Really?
I like outside of Albuquerque, like high desert of New Mexico.
What is it about the desert right now, man? A lot of people are going like to Sedona and shit like that.
Yeah, that's like the expensive, like crystal healing ass desert. I'm talking about like grimy, hard body Mojave, like Fallout New Vegas desert.
Did you ever try to go to that one lawless
Slab City?
Slab City,
bro. So, all right, Slab City. Everyone's like, oh, it's super sick. You can do whatever you want. Lawless City in California. Bro, Slab City is just like fucking pedophile peeping Tom
really
sanctuary, bro.
It's like sex offenders, like they don't have to tell anybody about it.
Vice makes a documentary called "The Last Lawless City in California," which is by far the most corrupt state in terms of just like general crime culture.
100%.
You know, California's like on some outlaw vibe. So, I went to Slab City, bro, and I'm with my girl, like my ex-girlfriend. We're walking around, and like, you know, I see this dude crouched down in the sand with binoculars. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Bro, there's an old dude jacking off with binoculars watching me and my girl walk down the street. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking like, and I'm like, oh, America's last lawless city. Like, no shit, that's what's going on. So I start running toward this fool. I was like, hey, man, what the fuck? You know, like, I mean, I know it's lawless, but you can't just start jacking off and staring at someone. That shit's weird. So I'm running up. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And he just scatters. And everyone of that shit had like a handlebar mustache. I was like, bro, like my judgment could be wrong, but it was definitely a little perv zone.
Yeah. Well, were you going there to film something?
I was going there because there's this town next to Slab City called Bombay Beach, California. Mm-hmm. So you know about that body of water right there? It's called the Salton Sea. Mm-hmm. You know, there's no fish that survive in it. It was
because it's like too acidic or something.
It wasn't supposed to be there. They were trying to irrigate the Colorado River, and they had a spillover the size of the fucking like Puget Sound, and it came in and just filled up this entire desert landmass with water. Yeah, and the water's too acidic that fish die instantaneously, and boats will erode. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, so there's this town called Bombay Beach, which is the only really like cool town on the Salton Sea. Mm-hmm. It's fully functional. They got a rec center and a post office and this really cool ass bar called the Ski Inn. And it's 2 miles from Slab City, but it's like anyone like tight that would be in Slab City's in Bombay Beach. Yeah. Because rent's like fucking $50 a month.
In Slab City?
No, in Bombay Beach. Slab City's free.
Yeah,
but they have no services.
Yeah,
it's really just like burners, but not like the rich Silicon Valley burner, like Burning Man.
Yeah,
not the rich. It's more like the kind of like degenerate, like tweaked out fools. But I mean, to me, everyone there seemed like a sex offender in Slab City,
right?
Especially after that first experience. But you're kind of walking around, and you're like, oh, word, cops can't come in. So it's like a perfect place if you have like a crazy like RSO warrant.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Or even if you're a registered sex offender, it's like you don't have to go tell your neighbors or anything. It's like
your neighbor's like, hey man. Yeah. And they're like, oh, what's up, y'all? Like,
yeah, it's like, oh, I just watched those people jacking off.
Yeah, fresh out of Bakersfield, what's going on? Yeah. So it was all good. I mean, shit. I mean, Slab City, there's this cool art gallery there called the East Jesus. it's East Jesus Art Gallery, where a lot of cool like Bay Area artists, like metal workers. It's not my type shit, but they're pretty talented. They live there year round.
Yeah.
But like right now during COVID, that shit closed. I was in Slab City a month ago with my grandma, showing her, because I know the people who look run that shit.
Yeah.
So it was like, I was showing her Slab City, and she was like, this is fucked up. But I want to do a video about some fool. There's like a 10...
I took my grandma to Slab City like during the panorama.
Yeah. There's this dude there who's like an anti-5G YouTuber, and he has a fortress basically made of aluminum foil out in the cut, and he's like Vietnam vet, got PTSD, like don't knock more than 3 times.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like he's all fucked in the head. So I want to go visit him and like see what's up with him.
And he was a YouTuber? Like he was still...
Well, you know how it is for conspiracy dudes like that. They have like 3 viewers.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them have like schizoaffective disorder. Not fully schizophrenic, but they detect patterns and shit that is not necessarily really happening.
Yeah.
So they just pick up on energy or whatever.
I mean, to even like consider going to live in Slab City, like...
You get why registered sex offenders would want to go there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. But like in your head, you're like, oh, lawless. Like I bet it's like DMT ass crystal pools. Like, nah, they live in like LA.
Bro, I know a lot of people ask you about DMT.
Yeah.
Well, how is it, man?
I just don't do drugs, period, because of the experiences I had when I was a young dude.
Oh, so you have never done DMT? I've heard a lot of people ask you about this.
Yeah, a lot of people. I've done a lot of interviews about it and stuff. I do like crystal festival, rave, wook ass interviews.
Yeah.
But I know ever since like doing a ton of psychedelics when I was like a young dude, I just can't even really get into it.
No weed or nothing?
No.
Dang.
It just tweaks me out. Like,
yeah.
It's too bad because I do think that there is benefits to those drugs and some set for like, you know, different shit.
Yeah.
But I fry myself. I don't think you should do them before you're like going through puberty.
Yeah.
Like I wish I didn't do that shit so I could enjoy it as an adult. But
so yeah. I mean that makes sense because you're still like a growing.
Yeah, but I have different opinions about DMT. You know, I don't think it's real. You know, I don't think ego death is real. It just so happens that every person who's experienced ego death is an egomaniac.
What's ego death?
It's a thing that's supposed to happen when you take DMT and you're like, I am not Andrew. I am a part of the collective consciousness. We are one.
Oh, yeah.
You and me are part of this universal body. We breathe together just like the trees in the sky. All those people. And then, like, you tell them you don't do DMT, and they're like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like,
well, you're not a part of me anymore.
Cool ego death, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that was really ego death. I think that was, like, egomaniac fuel. But that's not everybody. But,
yeah.
You know.
I mean, I can kind of understand that, though. It's like, it kind of seems like this entire, like, Earth as a whole is like an entire organism, and we're like, it's like a wild boar, and we're the ticks.
I agree, but if you all do drugs, you have a group of friends who all do these same drugs, and you guys all see the same shit, maybe it was just a drug.
Yeah,
you know
no, 100%.
And they're like fools who are like acid obsessed. They're like fractals. It's like that is an effect of the drug that you guys all do. That's why you wear outfits with the same shit on it. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of self-righteousness that goes along with like the hippie movement because the hippie movement failed.
Why you say that?
Well, it didn't lead to anything. The hippie movement,
Silicon Valley.
No, it's, you know,
that could be a good argument.
There was no relevant activism that came from the hippie movement. It just became, you know, they lost their minds in SF, in the Ashbury area.
Yeah,
it got overpopulated, bled into the crack epidemic, gentrification occurred. There's no Bay.
Yeah,
so it's like Hunter S. Thompson wrote a lot about this.
Yeah.
Watching the hippie movement go from like a generation of like hopeful young people who are like, we are all one. There's no race. There's no color. Yeah. We're going to make change, to fools who are like pushing 30 plus and are like fried out of their minds. They're like, let's go just live in fucking Arizona and, you know, get out of here. Let's go to Boulder. Like all these diaspora cities from SF.
Bro, that's like one of the main reasons I won't do acid.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that when I think of acid, I think bad trip.
Yeah.
So I could just assume what I'm going to think while I'm taking acid.
Yeah.
So I've never done acid, never done coke. I like shrooms. I've only taken shrooms twice. The first time I was just watching a blank TV screen because it had like a line going up and down, but it was turned off, so that wasn't real. And then the last time I did it, I was sitting in like a lazy river at Schlitterbahn, one of the big water parks out here.
I've been there.
Yeah, and we were like just slowly eating an eighth between me and my buddy all day.
Yeah.
And so like all we had was just like some of the colors were more vibrant.
Are these cow shit shrooms or are these like forest shrooms?
I actually believe these were grown shrooms, like actually somebody with spores in a fucking fish tank type shit.
Oh, so it's strong.
Yeah.
Because the cow shit ones are half as strong as the.
That was the first time I had them, was cow shit shrooms. We actually went and picked them. So when you said shroom picking earlier, like,
yeah, nah,
bro.
So in the South, you guys have the Cubensis mushrooms.
I have no idea what they're called, but there's some that
I'll break down a little
up.
science real quick.
All right.
So in the South, you guys have the Cubensis mushrooms. In the Pacific Northwest, we have like what they call senescence mushrooms, which grow in that climate in the forest. So all the shrooms in the South are from cow shit. All the shrooms in the West Coast are from the forest. The ones from the forest are twice as strong.
Plus, I mean, it's in a fucking forest, so you could probably pick something that's not necessarily.
Yeah, you just got to take the mushroom and put it on a piece of printer paper. If that shit's purple, it's psychedelic. If there's no color, it's not. It's that simple.
Huh.
Yeah.
But do you think that may have had something to do with your, I guess, OD of mushrooms?
No, I didn't even OD on mushrooms. I just got hella high, and I had like permanent impacts. Bro, I went on Snapchat today. Vice did a whole piece on me today. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, and that's actually why
it started. It goes at 13, he overdosed on mushrooms.
And that's the only reason I said OD on mushrooms.
OD on, you can't OD on mushrooms.
Yeah.
You can have a panic attack. It's not a neurotoxic substance.
That's exactly what made me like say it like that. Yeah,
they made me look hella stupid. You know what I mean? They're just like,
I don't think so. I think it was still. I think it was still a good. I don't, bro. I used to fuck with Vice so fucking heavy.
Yeah,
and then I stopped because they got really political, and it was like there wasn't a bipartisan journalistic approach to what they were doing anymore. The only reconciliation they've made with me is they recently made a documentary piece on Mattress Mac from Houston.
Yeah.
And he's just like he's a Houston icon, man. And it's like I got to shake his hand one time, and I have him on footage. So it's like I've gotten what I grew up like on Mattress Mac commercials. Like this guy was he owns a furniture store.
Yeah.
But he was just like the king of commercials in fucking Houston, and now he's just like a huge like when the winter storm happened, he opened up his furniture store to people to like come in there and sleep, like if they didn't have electricity and shit like that.
So you thought Vice did a good job with that?
Yeah. I do think they did a good job with it. I mean, just to showcase that guy, because I had been on my Twitter for like past year and a half. It's like if I could do a documentary about Mattress Mac, I could die happy.
So you think they are capable of making good journalism?
100%. They are. I mean, they have all the fucking tools. The problem is that Trump happened.
Yeah.
And then they just went an entire different direction because, Gavin McInnes
for sure
was actually one of the founders of Vice.
Yeah.
And it's like, so once they had, they're breaking up, him and Shane, it was like, okay, well, we're super anti whatever this guy's talking about. I mean, understandably so with Gavin on a lot of things. But when they had that polarization at the top, they were able to do a bipartisan thing.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin's change is not surprising. I mean, Vice has its roots in the gentrification of New York. Mm-hmm. Their office is in Williamsburg. Like, if anyone planted the seeds for what happened in Williamsburg, Bushwick, Bed-Stuy, which is just the massive development of those areas, and like the first hipster wave, which was like basically appropriating Seattle shit, like flannels and all that, like lumberjack looking fools, like OG 2004, Brooklyn people. That was Vice's original culture. Yeah. So people say, "Are you so surprised that Gavin McInnes went from the CEO or whatever of Vice, partner in Vice, to the leader of the Proud Boys?" I'm like, hell no. Yeah. What do you think gentrification is? Like for real. I mean, what did you think was happening there? It's like, especially punk rock culture back in the day, it was like on that South Park Jackass wave of like, fuck you. It was supposed to be offensive to the Christian norms. Then the norm became what they call political correctness. So Vice was like, oh shit, how are we going to be badass? And they said, we're going to be badass by being anti-Trump. And then the internet is so divided. They were like, it just happened like that. Then they got bought. So it was just that they had an identity crisis. I think they'll be.
Did they get bought by Viacom?
They're bought by the same people who own Fox News.
Okay.
So,
really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's but I mean, there's so much money in that, man. I mean, Disney and all that shit. They pretty much like own fucking everything.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Vice did a great job with the shit they did with us. I like a lot of the journalists who work there.
Yeah, the actual piece they put together on y'all too. Like,
I think they did a good job.
I think they
Shout out to Molly. She did Molly Wertheimer. She did that piece. She snapped. She did a great job.
No, dude, it was great because I like the intro they had on you too. It was like, bro, that was
because they
solid.
got me into journalism when I was younger. I mean, as far as Gonzo shit, they did that.
Yeah,
that was their thing,
bro. Like that was my favorite fucking thing. It was like I was always doing like from high school and shit. I was doing like the morning announcements and shit. It was always media shit. But when Vice came out, I was like, holy shit! Like this is the wave, bro. Like this is the way you need to do shit.
Yeah, they made me think that journalism was cool. You know what I mean? Like before then, I mean, who thought about that?
And then they were bringing on people like Action Bronson, doing like, fuck, that's delicious. It's like, dude's just living his fucking life that he typically lives. Yeah. And they made it look even more badass. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, Vice was the wave for a while, bro.
For sure. It's time for something. That's what I'm trying to do. Something new.
All right, bro. We're going to go to our final hand.
Let's do it.
Ready for this, bro?
I'm ready, man.
Let's make sure Marcos is ready. Marcos is ready. I got a point up there too, bro. Don't forget. Give me my point. Oh, man. Give me my point. 2-2. And Drew to Drew.
Let's get it, man.
There's a 5.
It's a weak one. We better get something strong for this one.
And another 5. Man, so you're looking at 10. That's good. And I'm showing 10 as well. With a king.
Put me in, coach. Come on.
And you got a 3, so you're looking at 13.
Weak. One more.
Yeah. And you got a queen, brother.
Followed it.
Son.
Tapped out.
You know, even if you would have stayed with it, though, I still would have won.
You would have won.
I would have won.
You came out strong with the king.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, because I wouldn't have had to hit or nothing. So, Andrew, no more affiliated with All Gas, No Break.
Nope.
Andrew Callaghan. What's the move, bro? What's the next move, man? Closing it out. We're closing out the show right now, bro. What's something you want people to know that you're about to do?
My own shit.
Fuck yeah.
You know?
Fuck yeah,
what
bro.
That's going to look like and how it's going to take form is still in development. But, yeah.
And so where can people follow you that doesn't have anything to do with All Gas, No Break?
Just go on my Instagram. Look up Andrew Callaghan. It'll come up.
Are you going to start being more prevalent on Twitter?
Nah, dude. That's how you get caught up.
Why you say that?
Because Twitter is just a fucking minefield of people saying dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't fuck with, like, putting out hot takes and whatnot. Yeah. You just, like, when I say caught up, just, like, in arguments with people. Yeah. It's just, like, I don't want to be, like, I'm not really just, like, a Twitter guy. Yeah. Like, all my homies with Twitters are always, like, posting, like.
So you don't even look at Twitter?
Nah.
That's weird, man.
It's negative as fuck.
It is pretty
extremely negative, bro.
It is pretty.
That's what I'm saying. You get caught up in negativity and political and social arguments.
But you also get the most up to date news on Twitter.
People will tell me if something is that active.
I guess that's.
I mean, shout out to people who use Twitter to their advantage. I mean, I'm just not with it. Yeah. Like,
bro, I think I saw a meme actually on Instagram recently that was basically, it was a Twitter screenshot and it was like, everything on Instagram is a Twitter screenshot, which a lot of it fucking is. Yeah, tell it true. Like, you're literally seeing the exact same shit, bro. I don't understand how people do that type of shit.
What, like hardcore Twitter banging?
Yeah, and then it's like you take your tweet and then you send it to Instagram, all type of shit.
It's the fucking Matrix, man.
Who fucking knows, bro? All right, we're gonna fucking end this shit. Andrew Callaghan.
Thanks for having me on, bro.
Bro, I appreciate you fucking coming by, bro. This has been a fucking great fucking episode.
You guys got a smooth workflow in here.
It's all me, not much Marcos. But I appreciate Marcos for being here.
Shout out to Marcos.
No, all right, Andrew. Before we go, man, just look in this camera. Tell people where they can find you going forward.
You can find me on Instagram.
Period.
Oh, you got figure it out.
Real hot girl shit.
I'm not gonna tell him.
All right, motherfuckers. We'll see y'all next time.